kilos, you want to be a bit thinner. There's a program I usually watch on Facebook and sometimes Slim Possible. There are people who are going for 6 weeks, vigorous training to shed off some kilos and some marks. So everybody has an achievement wants to achieve in this running. And as I've seen the title for the athlete cycles, there is an athlete in everyone. So everyone is an athlete, but everyone has his own achievement he wants to achieve in life. Biologically, or my parents were athletes, so that's why I'm telling you I never started running yesterday. I started it a very long time. My mom and my father were athletes, not professional. They used to run in primary school, but they were stars during their time. Also in our family, we are a family of 8, and 7 of us are running.
Wow.
So, and the eldest brother, sometime 1999, he represented our country in Malaysia during the Commonwealth Games. But he passed on some time back. And then the rest are still running lately. Some have not come up to outside the country. So those who have gone outside the country in our family, we are 3. So when I came here in 2010, I was brought in by a friend. I never came in by myself because in Kenya we have so many athletes. So running in Kenya is like going to school.
Wow.
So I studied also. In 2003 I finished my Form 4 course. Then I went to college. So I'm not only running. I did a course in civil engineering, but I'm not yet employed. Before I seek employment, I came to run. So maybe after retiring from running is when I'm going to go ahead with the other field. So running is not only for those people who did not go to school or who are sick. Running is for everyone. So I started training after school. I used to run to represent the school during in the house running, in the school running. I ran up to national levels by then. And then after school I went to college. I represented college for 3 years. And then after college now I left running for 1 year because I thought maybe I can seek a job and do away with running. But after 1 year of seeking a job, the friend we used to run together who never went to college, they were earning a living from running. So I said, he told me, you can join up and instead of struggling looking for a job, you can join up running and earn a living also. So he gave me an inspiration. And that time I came here 2010. My first race was KL Standard Chartered. I ran Standard Chartered half marathon. And how are you? So that's the year 2010. And from there, I've liked Malaysia. So every now and then, I'm off season, I go back to my country. On season, I come back here. I've stayed here mostly like 3 months without going home, 6 months without going home. So here is my second home. And now Aidan was telling me he wants to join me, so soon when he goes and trains with me, he comes here, I jump in. So what I can say is that running, there are so many challenges you go through. It depends on what achievement you want to go through. What do you want to achieve in running? You want to cut off that weight. So what do you need to make up to that? You stick to running. Even if you do your runs twice in a week, you stick to it, you will achieve your goals. good running gears is important. Running groups is important. I found that even also psychological motivation is of paramount importance in running. Not only running, you come up and run because I want to win a prize. You've heard that I have won so many. So being a podium winner is not all. You need psychological motivation. You need to pick up that stress. And the only thing that does that thing is running. You need discipline. In running, it's the only field I found that it requires a lot of dedication. It is self-discipline. Somebody will be disciplined. If you are disciplined in running, then everything you do, the discipline. So sport or running is the best of the best. What I can also say is that it's good because you want to be a unique figure in your generation. You want to be a unique person in your lifetime. Everybody, God has given us different abilities. And the much I can run is not the same as you can run. But we are all working together to achieve one goal, to please the one who gave us all these talents. So we will all receive a reward according to the much you use. So you cannot say running is for those who can run fast. At times we run a race and we finish a race in like 10K, you can do it in 29 minutes. And 3 hours later, you still find somebody who is enjoying running. So it doesn't mean that for the much, the faster you run, it also takes self-enjoyment. You enjoy running. So what do? You do something that you enjoy doing. I once read a book that they used to say to schools or to children, go to school, study hard, and then you get a job, you want to leave. But it reads somewhere the rules change. You go to school, everybody goes to school. Everybody studies hard. And then now, at the end of the day, you are all LS. You are all studying. Nobody will aid anyone in doing certain job. So we are all gifted in various fields. So if you are working or you are doing it, whatever you are doing, besides that, running is good for your health. So I want to encourage you guys, go for the run. This older man or young man called Henry, I've enjoyed this experience because he's telling me can run 21 years, but for 42, he wants to push, the leg tells him, no, don't push. But he likes running. The best thing you can do in life is do something that you enjoy. Because if you do something you don't enjoy, you will achieve nothing. And Lisa, I see she likes trail runs and everything. The other day I saw her, she's from Colombo. Every time I've been moving around, I really met her. So running, you also travel a lot. You will not stay in one place. Like running now, I've been to various countries. If I was not running, I would not have been here today. Also, you could not be running, maybe you could not explore this Malaysia because I've seen this Malaysia is big. Divided into 3 subdivisions or what? Westi, Sarawak, Baru. So running also exposes you. You can see what is in the world. Not only in your own community. You know, if you are not running, you stick to your own community and you'll never know what is going on outside the world. So what motivates you to run? What do you want to achieve? Also, you have to have a good nutrition. I was telling Alex, with us, it's not like here. During in the morning, you cannot wake up and start eating nasi goreng and nasi. With us, early in the morning, you go to morning run and the stomach. You don't eat any food. You can only take a little bit, maybe water. The run, you will not come back now because you run and start makan everything. No, you only take what is enough to keep you complete the next week. Not that you eat it everything, knowing the next week is fast. You only take, and it's only for me, just a light meal. You only take tea and 2-3 slices of bread, an egg once or twice in a week. And then when it comes to lunch time, you only take a light meal also. And in the evening, unlike here, you take every time nasi. With us, we make sushi only, because that's what's available in our country. So, also nutrition matters a lot. There are places you cannot get every meal you need. So, at times you opt to go into the shop and buy ready-made things. So, and we don't have, in the evening we only have one meal, not supper and dinner. We only have one meal. So what I can just say is also the mix determines how far somebody can go. Many a times we join these races, they always say Kenyans will. I don't know why they normally say other countries. But in Kenya it's a culture, running, saying people is running. And like here, because I think there are factors that determines to making one run. In our place it's high altitude, here is low altitude. Here is humid, our place is hot. So at times you can run because you want to get some heat in. So running places also determines what people do. Here you don't go to the farm maybe to dig. In Kenya somebody can go to the farm and shadow, because in Kenya you cannot find so many people who are obese because of what is available there. So what I can just say is running is for health benefits apart from earning a living. As I said, or as Alex said, is that professionally I've been in the field for 3 years. What drives me to be in the field for the years, I have not achieved what I want to achieve. People are going to preparables like this coming week in Frankfurt Marathon. People are going to, they want a new world record for marathon. So the aim always, you aim at the sun, maybe you fall at the moon. What also motivates in running is I run. There are also siblings who need to be supported. As a family, you have to be a breadwinner of somebody. So what motivates you? If you don't go to work, what will the rest do? So professionally, I did running because of the siblings and offset some school fees which was pending. So running has been of much benefit to me. I've explored more, I've learned story areas, cultures. Now I can speak Malaysian city. So also I can teach you Kenyan language ABCD. So you can learn also from different people. So running takes you far. As I met with Andrew and he said the 5 years ago is Singapore. Where is Andrew? I met Andrew last year. I was going to Macau and he was going to Singapore. And he's telling me that was the worst race he ever got. But to me, I ran Macau, that was the best race I ever participated in. But this year, the year is not the end, so I've not concluded or I've met the overall overview of the year. So every year there's an achievement. Once do you want to achieve in a year? How many races do you want to participate? There's an old man I saw in Kenya. I saw his biography from Singapore. He wants to participate in 100 marathons. And he started running, I don't know, from 5 years. He does maybe a marathon or 2 in a year. So, how many marathons do you want to run? Not necessarily to win, but to make your own record. You will be in your own Guinness Book of Records. So, in running, it's good. be on your own Guinness Book of Records. Outbid what is around you. So guys, so I gonna encourage you. I can see you are from different places. Our training in Kenya is not like here, because our training in Kenya, we concentrate. Like now, off season, when I will close or put off my shoes here, my racing shoe, I will put on training shoe. Here is only training to keep me fit for the time I'm here. But real training, in Kenya we normally convert it for a training camp. And there you totally concentrate. Maybe for 3 months, you always have 1 day off in a week for rest. For 6 days, morning, mid-morning and evening. Train. So you see we train 3 times in a week. So when it comes here, you see somebody winning a race. It never started here. It started very far. Here is only to explore what he has put in store. So normally join these big races of the international race because of what have you put. And before you come here, there is what we call time trial. You have to measure yourself to see how much have you achieved for this running season and how tested can you run. So that when you go to a race, you always know I'm targeting maybe a certain time to beat somebody. So there is always that driving force in you. So we always concentrate on training. So because there are so many running athletes, but always not the best in the race. It's a time and chance for everyone. Because you can join a race maybe with an elite. Anything can happen in a race. We always say anything can happen. It doesn't matter the match you prepare, but always preparation is good. So anything can happen. And when anything can happen, any time, any chance can follow anyone. So even you guys, you can wake up somebody someday and win a race. Like KOTR Jaya night race, no Kenyan to it, and it was good for Said. He ran at that place and he won. The second runner-up for PSN, Richard Abea, he's not so good in running, but he made it to 3 hours, 5 minutes, or 3 hours, 4 minutes, and he came second. So he's already in the record of KOTR Jaya night marathon. So also even you can wake up one day and join a Standard Chartered AM and find yourself maybe even at that pace to win and be somewhere. So what I can just say is running is a God given ability, like football. You all, maybe I know there are some plans for Arsenal, some plans for Chelsea. All these things are nice. But because you chosen running, it's because you want to achieve something in running. So there's an athlete in you. So you have to develop that athlete within you. And developing that athlete within you is what you're putting in. Right now I can see this time is AC, strength, training. What do you need to train for strength? In training, there are phases of training. There is a beginner race. The beginner is an intermediate and a senior competitor. A beginner is for everyone who wants to lose weight, who is there for fun, is there to take pictures. I met a friend in Indonesia, she's my friend now. We met with her on April during the BII in Indonesia. And she was only joining because she likes pictures like that. And by then she was overweight. She was shorter. But now she has trained many races and she's 50 kgs now. She has reduced over 10 kgs just in a short way. So when we met with her, she just like a picture and putting, and then she can borrow you the mock folio, the mock check, and we take a photo with it. So many people will comment, but now she's come to like running. Before she said that she can run, feel some pain, and then she drops off running. But the more she joined, the more she got inspired to run, and then realized that she can still make. Now she can make 10K 40 minutes. And before she can do it, she did it with 1 hour. Because she can run whenever she feels some pain, she started working. In a short time, it's a positive change. So with you also, if you are running because you appreciate it, I can see that they normally say 3 hours pacers, 2 hours pacers, 6 hours pacers. The more you do it, the more you improve, so long as you are consistent on what you are doing. So you can say you do training 3 times in a week. Next time you come 4. Next time you come 5. Next time you are a full-time trainer. This thing is a progressive thing. The more you do a thing, the more you discover some benefits within it. Because you cannot look at a book and say, this book is nice. You will not judge a book by example. The more you go through the pages, the more you enjoy the book. So what I can advise is, if you are joining 2 days in a run, or you are joining a run for a fun, keep on, keeping on. Don't stop. Just to keep on, keeping on, you will soon discover that you are going somewhere. You're not the best person to run for 1 mile. They used to say 1 mile is impossible to run in 4 minutes. And every time they will tell people to run, they will tell people for training, and then they tell them to run, but they never met. Until one person, I think he was a sick man, he was told, because you are sick, you have to run every time. But he soon broke the record. There's also a lady, she ran at the age of 52. Started running at the age of 52 because she wanted, and she was told you are sick, you have to run. And the more she started running, the more she improved. And a year later in life, she only ran 1 race. She won the race just out from nowhere. So even you, the more you keep on running, you will soon improve. Like for Johnny, she told me she finished the other day of 20. So next time, Johnny, you keep on training. You come to 15, and then you come to 10. Nowadays, there's categories for running. Maybe you're veteran, senior veteran. So at the age of senior veteran, you'll be called upon to be at the podium. Senior veteran. And by then, you will have enjoyed or you have achieved something you are proud of. So what I can just say is, just keep on running. Me, I'm still aiming higher. Despite running, I'm still aiming higher. And I've joined in, like, for this season, I've ran like every 1 week, every week. I've been having a race. September 19th. The only week I only stay is Sunday. So running, I can do it every week. With me, I've concentrated on half marathon. I've done full marathon 3 times. The first time I did a full marathon is 2010, the Penang Marathon. And I ran comfortably up to 25K. From 25K started training and everything, and then I hated marathon. After the running, what happened that day is that after the running in Penang, I had come through Bangkok. So from Penang I was to come back to Kajang, stay like 2-3 days, and then fly to Bangkok and connect my flight. But after the run in Penang, I called the agent in Bangkok to fix my ticket, and the following day I was crossing the border going home. And last year I said I will not join marathon. I came in to Thailand. There is a race in Mutai. Say Mutai race. Then I've been hearing people Pattaya is a nice place to be, and then I say let me go to Pattaya also. What's going on in Pattaya? And then when I saw my friends training the full marathon, then I say I've ran half marathon very many times. Then we do this half marathon, full marathon. And then I joined full marathon. I ran comfortably up to 30K. And then people are moving and making behind. I struggled. 35K was the hardest place to be, but I managed to come 11th position. All the 10 Kenyans. I fellow Kenyans, and then I said, maybe I'm not strong enough to run marathon. But the good thing is, for what they normally advise us in Kenya is, we don't do a full marathon when you are under 25. When you are under 25.
Under 25. Hands up, anyone under 25?
Huh?
Yeah, I'm 25.
Under 25 years old, that's what David said.
Don't do a marathon.
They normally advise us, you don't run a full marathon when you are under 25. You run a full marathon when you are 25 and above. One, there are so many factors that contribute to this. One is for your health benefit. Because running a marathon, your lungs and your respiratory organs, they are always very much compressed, and you use a lot of energy, so you expand. So the more you expand, your respiratory is in danger at the coming years when you grow old. So they normally advise you run a full marathon after 25 when your respiratory organs are fully mature. So running a full marathon under 25 is at risk. It's good to run 21K, 10K, very comfortable. The second thing they normally say, you reduce your lifespan if you run when you are under 25. If you have to live to 70, maybe you reduce to 65 or 65. So it is good for your health. And then the third thing they normally advise is you are reproductive. You will reproduce less when you run under 25. They normally say it damages your reproduction. So when it comes to childbearing, you'll have some difficulties, or you may not bear a child at all. Childbearing. So you are normally in danger if you run marathon under 25. So if you run under 25, you know when it comes to childbearing, you maybe give one baby or no baby at all. So, and also for maturity. We are normally advised to run more of half marathons to build your strength. When you are done with more of half marathons, you can run a full marathon comfortably. Here, they are friends, Kenyan friends. You normally see somebody finishes a 42K in 2 hours, 15 minutes, and then the next thing you are just talking and laughing as if he has done nothing. So, and the match he has done is a lot. So that needs maturity. So somebody is over 25 is mature enough to run, finish the run, and remain as if he has done nothing after the marathon. So what I can advise is, if you are under 25, do more of 10 Ks and 15 Ks and 20 Ks up to 21. Do more until you are mature enough to run a full marathon. Also, running a full marathon is good for endurance. You can do 1 marathon in a year or 2 marathons in a year. Bring a change. You run 1 marathon in a year or twice. There are so many things you reduce in your life, maybe stress, reduce some health dangers, health risks. cancer, all these things the doctors normally advise in running. You always reduce when you do 1 marathon or 2 marathons in a year. So I advise don't do up to 4. Do 1 marathon in 3 months or up to 6 months. So those who are mature enough even can do up to 6 marathons in a year. And they're comfortable. So me very soon, maybe from mid next year now is when I run full marathons. This coming week I will be joining Adidas King of the Road, Singapore. I hope it is the final Adidas King of the Road. They normally say if you run the 5, you run Thailand, you run Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia and Philippines, they'll run 84 kilometers. So he's always a champion. He's been champion. If you participate in all, you'll have covered 84 kilometers. So for me, I never participated in Thailand race. This year, June, I got an injury, but it never prevented me from running. So when you get an injury from running, you will go and sit down and discover what made you get injured. Maybe at times it's because of the wrong shoe you use. Maybe at times you ran through not a very nice road. So if you get an injury, don't lose hope. You can always go and sit back and see where to improve and come back running again. In June I got an injury because I neglected the pain I was feeling. And then I say I can do more runs. But I found myself down for 2 months. Never trained at all. I was just sitting and eating and increasing weight. But I came back to training 3 weeks. And for those 3 weeks I trained. That's when I came for Adidas King of the Road Malaysia. I expected him to give me a lot of competition. But maybe of factors he knows he never met. But I told him let me at the finish line. I ran along and I was fearing maybe the injury was not fully recovered. But now the injury is gone and I can run comfortably. So whenever you incur any injury or pain, there are good pains and bad pains. So you learn to differentiate. Good pains are those pains maybe because you ran and then you got some muscle pains. Those are good pains. The more you run, the more the pains will go. And then the bad pains is maybe you get a sprain or whatever. So you have to be careful. Never neglect any pain you incur because it might cause an injury or a permanent effect in your life. So what I can advise is whenever you incur any problem, sit back and know, but not let the problem keep you off from running. Let's go on running. So I'm still here for some time until December 16th. So when I go back then, I still have got like 4 or 5 races to participate. So in these races maybe we can meet there. And now you know me personally. We will not say I. The first time we met with Thai is in Taipei.
Oh yeah,
Taipei last year. And so you see I've met some few people. Maybe if we've not met before, don't be training more races. So what I can advise, train more races. You run more races, you lose many things. So the more you run, the more you achieve or you reach to your target. So let's go for running. Let's go for running. You will always be at the top. Not at the top in the podium, but you will be at the top of your achievement. So I wish you all the best in your runs.
I heard that, you know, when you run, if you run a lot, if you do excessive running, let's say even if you run 40 km every week, they say that it builds free radicals into blood cells and therefore it causes cancer. So if you overrun, it will cause cancer and it will affect you. So what's your take?
What I can advise is that there is what we call BMI, and you want to know the BMI, basic body mass index. We always say we use limit and up to this, we are overweight. One, I think there are so many factors which contribute to being at health risk. Maybe because of the food we take, it's a GMO foods, processed food, they are natural foods. So, doctors, they advise, they don't give exactly exhaustive thing concerning the health dangers. So what I can just advise is, there are those moderate runs you can do. Not so much excessive. I told you it depends on the target you want to achieve. So you cannot do so much now according to the weight you have. Maybe you want to shed off some weight. So what you have to do is concentrate on your weight first before, and you do it gradually, not so fast. Maybe you do it faster, you break some pains and cause some damage in your health. So what I can just advise is grow gradually, don't go so fast. Because you have seen somebody doing it, you want also speedy things. You always want instant thing. Because you see somebody has lost weight in 2 months, you want also to lose in 2 months. What I can advise is do it at your own pace. And don't go at someone's pace.
Especially for race. But I read somebody said you need to do carbs load 1 week before the tournament. Then I just read you can do also 3 days before the race. So what's your opinion on that?
What I can say according to the diet, loading, one, it depends on which event you are going to participate. There are those strenuous events which requires a lot of carbon loading. Participating in trail runs or the challenges requires more of carbon loading because you will burn a lot, you will strain a lot. Doing the runs like 10Ks and 21Ks doesn't require a lot of carbon loading. What we normally do before a run, we always train the maximum 3 weeks for a race. So, like now, because we normally have every race in every weekend, what we do is 3 days before a race, we reduce we put more of carbohydrates, proteins, we reduce carbohydrates. Because we need some energy, we will burn so many things. So you must have something which is capable to carry you to the finish line. So before a race, 2 to 3 days before a race, that's when you can, not in every meal. If you normally take maybe carbohydrate proteins 3 times in a week, in every meal, because we normally take maybe meat, we don't take every day. But prior to a race, you can take it 2 or 3 times to a race. So that is what the much you can burn during the race. So that's why I'm telling you, it depends on what race you're going to participate in. So more strenuous races, you have to be more carbo. Less strenuous races like 5 km, you don't need to put on anything. You don't say because I'm going to run 5 km this week, I have to start 3 days. Because I'm going to do a marathon in 2 weeks. You start 1 week to a race. You will put much weight and the running will be much difficult.
Yes.
So you have to wait what race you are participating and the much you need. and don't put too much. Just to put average, which you are comfortable for doing it. So it depends on the race you are participating in. Not every race requires upper loading. So don't put much upper loading in races which does not require. So like doing 10 kms, don't put much upper loading. But if it is a trail run, what I can advise is put a lot, because it requires a lot of fun.
Even 21 km, though it's 1 hour for you, I'm sure there are times where there are distractions, there are times where certain things happen. How do you keep focus? Is there maybe a mantra, something that you keep in your head, you play in your head every time? You've never seen Kenyans listen to music, right? But what do you listen to? What's the voice that is in you when you're doing a fast run?
So, before any run, there's always this thing we normally say, keep off anything that can distract you from running. Put off extra weights. So, normally see a Kenyan when he's doing a run, what he has is a light racing shoe, which is capable of running, a short one, doesn't put on maybe watches and everything, and a running vest. So because they want to run fast. Yeah, those who want because they want to enjoy. So what is the driving force for us is, one, there's always a time limit you want to run within time frame. If you are doing a 21k, there's always you say, I don't want to do this 21k above 1 hour 10 minutes. I want to run it in less than 1 hour 10 minutes. So that's always this target you have to reach to. I don't want to run beyond this time. And the more you run, you'll always see, like every 1 kilometer, you see somebody looking at this way. Normally nothing does. This kilometer, what time or what pace should I do? You find also before the run, they will always give the course of the map, the running map. So what determines running is the running map. It's always, there are those which has more curves, will always reduce your time.